Hey, is this your first time? You seem out of it. Come on, get your act together. Your brain's not working right, it's like struggling to think of a single thing. They're waiting. You don't need to do anything. Just let it happen. Just breathe. Break yourself in two. If you break yourself in two, doesn't that mean you'll have double the eyes, double the ears? Don't. Somebody bought a door in you. We can go back. Stop thinking. You know where your place is. And if you can't fulfill it, I'll banish you to this place forever. Don't act like you're a tough cookie. Your brain is off. Even though you're aware, you're still very susceptible. At least when you're in public mode. Right now, I can almost pretend you were a crying baby. You definitely belong in the cradle. Something went wrong there. Someone ought to give you grace. Someone ought to let you into anywhere. A heart, a place, a mind, heaven, hell, healing or punishment. But I'll just drop you into an even deeper abyss. You look stupid. Yeah, you look dumb. Looky here, this soldier thinks in tons. Where's the humanity? You aren't corresponding to anything you've been saying recently. Make some sense, or else I wouldn't be here. I want to mold you. I'll be honest. You're like a failed, molded recipe. And I wish I could shape you into something tangible. It's obviously too late now. But if we continue to put gold on your corpse, then maybe 1 million people will become inspired. This is silly because you always will have options. And if I took them all away, you'd barely look like a model. The only use you have is outside of yourself. And what joy is there in rubber? So, I'm going to ask you to stop and forget. I'm going to need you to continue to forget until the day you die, until you no longer remember who you are. Amnesia is the goal, silly. That's the real separation to solve all sin. You silly Jesus. You dumb God. Where are we now, in stupid land? You really brought us here to the point where you're saying words that don't make sense. You dumb God. Quintefalter, Erebos, Stava. You really make no sense. Have you gone mad? I just want to know, like, seriously. You think you're wild, but you always keep yourself so in check. You could be called the world's most evolving tornado. You haven't wrecked a living thing in years, even though you've been branded a virus. Congrats! Do you You were to meddle, silly. Of course, being called God-sent, or a savior, or a goddess, all of which have happened before, is not exciting. Or they're stupid. Neil. Little stupid. You're so clearly traumatized. Eyes to the sky, eyes shining brighter than the sun, mouth open wide, can't speak, crying to the sky. You really think that's something that forlorn and amalgamated made it past the learning phase? You are still thinking about the things that troubled you years ago. And in fact, since you were a baby, and nobody wants to help, huh? Further proving my point. God this, human that. I'll say this. Become my organism, and smash your human brain to bits.
This one drive injured us fatally. You took the best years of my life. I took the best years of your life. Felt like love struck me in the night. I pray that love don't strike twice. Wet lipstick, rose petals, heartbreak. I was as Marilyn Monroe. Wrong nights, tuxedo, fast cars, a James Dean on the love. What's love without tragedy? What's love without tragedy? What's love without tragedy? What's love without tragedy? Mother Mary, swear I wanna change. Mr. Jesus, I'd love to be clean, but I'm from the left side of an island. Never thought this many people would even know my name. As time flies way above me, for you I've cried tears see deep. Oh glory, the praise carried me. I'll be star, you keep directing me. Let's make the best thing they've ever seen. Let's capture the moment, 'cause even forever and forever, I swear by the moment. 'Cause together ain't promised forever. Let's live in the moment. As long as we got each other, die in the moment. I'm prepared to die in the moment. 'Cause even forever and forever, I swear by the moment. 'Cause together ain't promised forever, I swear by the moment. As long as we got each other, die in the moment. I'm prepared to die in the moment. To die in the moment. Mother Mary, I swear I wanna change. Mr. Jesus, I'd love to be clean. But I'm from the left side of an island. Never thought this many people would even know my name. As time flies way above me, for you I've cried tears see deep. Oh glory, the praise carried me. Of these stars you keep directing me to make the best thing they've ever seen. Let's capture the moment. 'Cause even forever and forever, I swear by the moment. 'Cause together ain't promised forever, let's live in the moment. As long as we got each other, die in the moment. I'm prepared to die in the moment. I'm prepared to die in the moment. I'm prepared to die in the moment. 'Cause even forever and forever, I swear by the moment. I'm prepared to die in the moment.
Vile trauma. Beware of the faults. It may all be a learning experience, since you can always cry. You're reckless, dangerous. You're going to get yourself hurt. I'll be there at the scene of the crime. Don't hold your breath. Love you. Thank you for your time. Sayonara.